What is good, hunters? Welcome back to another video. It's been a long time since I have seen a 5-star animal. I think it's maybe like 5 months, and I would say in the last week or so I've shot like 5 stars. It's pretty interesting how that happens. 5 stars don't really come easy for me. I know it comes easy for other players, but for some reason it's been very rare for me to find 5 stars. I mean, if I have 30 of them, ever since release, I have a lot. And as I was able to take down these 3 5-star moose that I've gotten in the last few days, it kind of had me thinking, how much variety do we really have? Because I know in the Discord, a lot of players are complaining about variety. We don't have variety. Whether that be in the way animals look, their colors, the difference in the racks, and that is very true. When I compare these 3 moose, 5-star moose that I've taken down here, we can clearly see that there really is no difference. And I'm agreeing with players when I say I think we need variety. I think it's key. It's a little underwhelming when you really put in the time to do your herd management and you shoot your 5-star and it's really no different than the one you got before, or the 100 that you got before. And I know this is coming up in the new DLC. It's on the roadmap, and they're going to be adding variations. How deep would this go? It's only left to be seen. And it had me thinking, about herd management. I've seen players say that it's really cumbersome, it's very hard, it's very time consuming, and in a way I agree, but I don't think it was designed to be a hardcore mechanic, something you have to pay attention to all the time. I think it was supposed to be used more of a passive thing. So you do a little bit of herd management while you hunt other species. And this sort of breaks up that waiting time. Obviously, if you're just hunting one animal or one species, then that waiting time is completely exaggerated. So I think that's really what it was designed, or how it was designed, is that there has to be some level of balance as you hunt other species. You kind of, break that time, that waiting time up. So, and before you know it, a few days would go by and you have your 5-star. Again, it's not guaranteed, but I feel that's how the system works. And a lot of players feel they need to herd manage. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you don't want to indulge in that mechanic, then don't. Don't feel you have to. Because I feel for some that's a deal breaker. They feel they need to do a whole bunch of herd managing, and you don't have to. Just do it passively. Do it in small increments, and it's fine. Now, to bring me to the main topic of this video is the lack of content. A lot of players seem to believe that the lack of content is holding this game back. Do you think so? I would say 50-50. I believe it does, and I believe it's not. But either way, we're going to find out soon enough, because this new DLC that's coming, I feel it's going to bring a lot of features that players want. And we will see if that brings players in or holds players. Because in some way, I think it won't. It won't make that much of a difference. And I'll tell you why. The game was designed to be 150 hours, right? I'm assuming that's mainly quest, among other things. And right now, there's this lull of, that's going on right now where a lot of players have not even touched the game in months. Some refuse to play it now and just waiting for new content. So there isn't much players actually playing the game. And I feel beyond this 150 hours, only players who really enjoy hunting will play beyond that, will put in more hours. If they're not really big on hunting, they barely would hit that 150 mark. So overall, I feel the players that's going to stick with this game are the ones who enjoy hunting. Period. So when you talk about content, the lack of it is what people are saying is making the game boring and not fun. I agree to a certain point. While I feel that new content won't make that much of a difference, I still think it's vital for some players. Personally, I really don't care about it that much. I'm just here to hunt. But again, having some level of variety will definitely spice the game up and add to the game. I believe it's necessary for the longevity of the game. A lot of players coming in, they would like some variety, and I don't see why not. I mean, this is one of the most realistic hunting games ever made, and if you want to mimic some level of reality, then we need to have some kind of variation. And having all this new content, I don't think will make that much of a difference, because when I look at games like Call of the Wild, they have put almost everything into that game. Dogs, skins for your weapons, a whole bunch of maps you can hunt on, and still, for most people, the game is not appealing. It doesn't change the game for them. It's not fun. Because the core mechanics, the core gameplay, it stays the same. They're not really introducing anything new. So I think that's going to be the same thing for Way of the Hunter. You're not going to be introduced to any kind of new mechanics or anything brand new. It's just content, it's just stuff to do. And it's going to get old pretty quickly, and all the stuff we're asking for and waiting for, it's not really going to make that much of a difference. Now, I'm not saying it's not good to have, I'm just saying temper your expectations, because having all this stuff is great, but how many people are really going to utilize it? Not many. So overall, I feel again that the game is in a very good place. I think the future is bright, but I think that's left to be seen, right? I'm going to be the only person that will say this, but I feel that this DLC coming up might be our last map. Now, obviously, like I said in the Discord, sales can change that. But I really feel as if Way of the Hunter was supposed to be released as a very small project. They will drop the game, release 2 DLC maps, add a couple, like weapon packs, all that kind of stuff in the future, and just, that'll be it. I'm hoping that I'm 100% wrong. I hope that they, keep supporting this game for years to come. But I'm not too sure about that. So the devs have said that they're committed to supporting the game long term, and I believe them, I trust them on that. But the way things are going since the game has been released, it makes me think a little different. But I will trust the process. I will see, really where this goes. I would love to have more maps, more features as players would want. And again, good, thoughtful features, not just to add for the sake of having or adding. So that's really where I stand with this content thing. I just kind of wanted to get it, take the temperature of the community, see how you're feeling. Have you stopped playing the game? Are you just waiting for content? Or are you actually content with what the game is as is? Because personally, I love the game as it is. Everything else is a bonus. The core mechanics of the game is what keeps me playing, what brings me back. I love it. I'm going to be enjoying this game for years to come, so for me, that doesn't change anything. But having content, having variety, would not hurt the game. I think it will build the audience, it will entice people to play it longer, play it more. But I think we just need to be more realistic as to what we expect. The whole speculation is about, this new Africa map. Apparently there's reasons to believe that's the map that's coming. Whether that's the case or not, hopefully it brings some groundbreaking changes. But what if it doesn't? What if it's just Aurora Shores 2.0, or more of that type of style of, play? Then what? So again, if we enjoy hunting, we will play. If we really don't, then we won't. I think that's really what it's going to boil down to at the end. Because as we can see, Other games are packed with features, but a lot of players are not happy with it. They're not really playing it. They don't like it. So we really gotta, look at a bigger picture here and, have realistic expectations for things. So let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling in the comments. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.